Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah Wisted. Today's video, we are talking about styling your home for fall. So if you've been following me for a while now, you're probably interested in what I'm going to share in this video because I'm not someone who typically buys into like the typical holiday decor. I have nothing against it. I am like really there for those of you who make your home an experience for different seasons. I think that's really fun, especially with kids. But yeah, I don't typically decorate for holidays except for maybe Christmas. So this isn't necessarily like a holiday styling video, but it's more so like a vibe that I try and recreate in my home for fall. I just think it's kind of fun to switch up your decor in different ways for the different seasons. And fall, of course, is such a cozy season, so who doesn't love just adding a little bit of, I don't know, just like a fall touch to your home during that time of year. So if you're looking for a video that's more so like a vibe that you're trying to create versus like picking out the typical fall decor, this is your video. This first tip, and the one that I feel like makes the biggest impact in your home, is to add fall florals around your house. You guys know I love flowers. This is no surprise to you, so I think it's not a surprise that I have added fall colored florals around the home. But I think the great thing about fall is that you can actually include dried or preserved florals, so you're not having to spend money that probably dies within a week, right? Because if they're dried, you can actually preserve them and save them for next year. So I feel like it's a really great investment for fall in your home because you can just reuse them every year. So for fall, of course, my preference is to opt towards like the fall colors. So the deep reds, the deep greens, the oranges, and just try and find those flowers that look very real or are real and are preserved. We want to avoid the ones that look super fake. That's just my opinion on every type of floral that you have in your home, but you know, I feel like that's not to anybody's surprise. I feel like most people try to avoid ones that look extra fake. Again, because this makes such a big impact in your home, I really do try and put it in almost every room of my house, which sounds crazy, but again, since you're getting preserved ones, you can use them again next year. It really just makes a huge difference. Like florals, just switching them out for the seasons just really helps create that vibe that you're trying to create because they are such an impactful piece and they just make the home cozy, in my opinion. If you have a local florist that you go to, occasionally they will have dried florals just that you can stop by and pick up. There are a lot of online websites. I just recently shopped at Terrain. Terrain has some really good florals. There are other online websites like A Floral, I think has a few. Etsy has some really great ones. I think just adding these dried florals around your home really does make the biggest impact of this whole video. So if that's all you wanted to get from this video, you're done watching and you can move on. My next tip kind of ties into the deep fall colors that you want to start incorporating around your home. This one can be a little bit more of an investment, but I'm just bringing it up because it's something that I had in my mind and I thought I would share with you guys. Some of this stuff I did buy and put into my home. This is something that I haven't actually invested in to bring into my home because I don't know, I just have to prioritize my money and this isn't quite there yet. I'm not quite at this level just yet. But it's to bring in those deep fall colors and different accent pieces. But more specifically, I mean ottomans, statement or accent chairs, rugs even, or just some sort of like artfully designed object in those like deep fall burgundy, orange, like burnt orange type colors I think would be so cool in your home. Of course, like I said, that is a little bit more of an investment, but if you have a collection starting like I do, I really love these mini side tables that I've just been switching in and out on my entryway. I just think it's been so fun to, whatever vibe I'm trying to create in the entryway, I can switch them in and out. I'm starting to weirdly collect accent tables, and I know that's such a random thing to like be interested in, but I've realized how obsessed I am with them. I have, I think, 3 different versions at this point, and I have no plans on stopping collecting them because they do add just a little unique something to your room. And if you're someone who likes to switch up your decor, switching out the accent table or a little accent stool is a really great way to make it feel different without having to go buy all new furniture. You guys know I'm all about having a classic clean lined neutral main piece of furniture and then having some accent tables or accent ottomans thrown in there just to make it feel, you know, just a new vibe every now and then. My next tip, which is probably not a surprise, but it's to add as much texture as you can around your home. So if you see in my master bedroom, this was an opportunity that I took to update our master bedroom bedding just a little bit. Again, you guys know I don't go crazy. I don't love a lot of stuff or a lot of distraction, but I did end up throwing on this beautiful linen coverlet from Zara Home that I found. I have been eyeing this for honestly a few months now. I just have it folded down at the end of the bed just to add a little bit of texture and a little bit of like darker colors within my all white typical bed bedding situation. I also layered in a throw blanket on top of this linen bedspread. I just thought it would add even more texture and a different color, so it's a little bit more of a contrast. I'm really loving mohair blankets lately. I really love the texture and the softness that it adds to a space. This one is from the Citizenry. They just released a fall collection. They have these beautiful muted fall-ish colors in this mohair blanket, which I'm obsessed with. So we, of course, ordered this one right away and threw it onto the bed. In addition, we added this lumbar pillow in a beige linen-y texture. I'm not someone to have a ton of throw pillows or a ton of just stuff on our bed, but like I said, for fall, I wanted to add a bunch of layers, and I feel like adding an extra pillow just would make it feel even more inviting and more comfortable. I also wanted to note one more thing that I ordered at the Citizenry, because this is just top of mind because it came in this order. So if you're looking for something similar to this is a great product, and I definitely want to recommend that. On our family room couch, for the longest time I had lighter gray pillows on our charcoal gray couch, and it was driving me crazy. My mind, I don't know, every time I walk in there, I'm like, this pillows don't match the couch. So I did upgrade my throw pillow. I personally prefer a throw pillow to be oversized, and so I opted for a Euro size pillow. I think this is, I want to say 26 by 26. I'll put it in the description below. The tone on tone look is just really, really doing it for me, you guys. I'm so happy with these pillows. These shams come in a bunch of different colors, so if you're interested in updating your pillows at your home, they probably have a color that matches very similar to your couch. I will also link the inserts that I use down below. They're just from Amazon, and they're so comfortable. They have the best reviews as well, so if you're needing an insert for your pillows, the shams that you get off the Citizenry, you can just order them on Amazon. It's just as easy as that. I, of course, would recommend adding a bunch of blankets on your couch, which is not typically like me. If I am gonna add a blanket, it's usually gonna be tone on tone. I have another mohair-esque blanket on my living room couch that I actually do keep there year round because I really love, like I said, the texture and the inviting, just like comfort that I feel like a mohair blanket looks when you just walk into a space. The next tip is to style with a mix of Heirloom pumpkins and Gourds. As I've gotten older, I have leaned more towards a more organic feel for styling. So I have gravitated really strongly towards a mix of Heirloom pumpkins and Gourds and putting it in like a big, massive wooden bowl in your kitchen, for example. There's something about keeping the pumpkins and gourds in your kitchen where they really should be, because that's what they're meant for, is to cook, not necessarily for decor. That makes more sense to me recently. Definitely not against putting pumpkins around your home. I have a few around mine, which I'll show you in just a bit. But this placement of having pumpkins and gourds around your home makes more sense to me, and I feel like it feels really fallish without feeling very staged. I've also been opting more towards these Heirloom gourds and having a mixture of them, and not necessarily too matchy-matchy, like all one color, or two-tone, like all white and green type of thing. I really like the organic feel of having all the colors of fall in one bowl, and just making it feel like you're just gonna pick up this bowl and create a full feast with your pumpkins and gourds. Regarding the pumpkins I have around my house, I actually didn't plan this, but I'm pretty happy that it turned out this way. I overbought. I got too many of these pumpkins. I actually just got them from Publix, so you don't have to go to some fancy farm to pick up all of these Heirloom pumpkins and gourds. Just run to your local Publix and they probably have them. I had 2 extras, so I just threw one on my entryway table because I thought it matched the green and the floral arrangement that I have there. I also had an extra just like pale orange one, which I thought was really beautiful, but I ended up just throwing it on a bookshelf and I thought it looked kind of cute. My last tip is to have fall candles around the house. This one's very obvious. I don't think anyone whose video you watch on fall styling is gonna leave out fall candles. Scent is huge for me and my husband, of course. We love having candles at our house. We love having them go pretty much 24/7 when we're here. And fall candles are no different. In fact, they're probably more important in my opinion because they really do set the mood. I also like candlesticks for fall, so I did find on Zara Home these really cool, just deep orange candlesticks, which again, I think are just really cool. I've seen black candlesticks look really cool in fall decor, so I think a candlestick in general could be really cool. I feel like I have to quickly talk about the front porch because I know somebody's gonna ask me about it because somebody already has on Instagram. I am not a front porch decorator, and I so appreciate those of you who are, because I understand it's to create the vibe before even walking into your home, but I don't know. I'm just not a front porch decorator. I don't know, it's just, I've never been one, I'm not into it. I do like mums. I think mums are pretty cool, pretty fallish, but I also feel like there's a lot of proportions that you have to get right on the front porch depending on how your entryway looks. You want to avoid going too small with your mums, so I would opt for a bigger size mum. All right guys, so that was it. That was my fall home styling video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I have, like I said, I say in all the ends of my videos, I have a ton of videos in my mind that I can't wait to record for you guys that are on the way. But if there's anything that you want to see from me specifically, feel free to write them in the comments below, and I am sure I will see you guys on my next video.